What's up YouTube? How are you doing today? I'm Chana D, your Techno Dad, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the Parasound A52 Plus 5-channel amplifier. And we're going to get into it right after the jump. And I'm back. Now if you're new to the channel, my name is Chana and I've been a musician for the past 30 years and I'm also a working DJ. Now the one thing I've learned is that you can always have more power. So if you're looking to step up your audio game, you've come to the right place and you should consider subscribing. So today we're checking out a 5-channel amplifier by Parasound. It's called a Halo A52 Plus, and I'd like to take this moment to thank Parasound for sending this over for me to review. Thanks guys. The A52 Plus retails for around $3,000, and if you want to pick up one for yourself, contact my Parasound dealer Corey. His website link is down in the description below. Alright, let's talk about some stats before we get into the unboxing to see what this amplifier brings to the table. The A52 Plus will output 180 watts per channel into 8 ohms with all channels driven, and 255 watts per channel into 4 ohms with all channels driven. Now if you're wondering about 2-channel numbers, we will be getting 225 watts per channel into 8 and a whopping 315 watts per channel into 4 ohms. Wow, that's a lot. The A52 Plus is a Class A AB amplifier designed by the legendary John Curl. What this means is that the amp will run Class A for the first 8, maybe 10 watts, and then change to Class AB above that 8 to 10 watt range. Now if you're wondering, Class A amplifiers are known for having low signal distortion levels and are considered some of the best sounding of all the amplifier classes. Now even with only 8 watts of power at Class A, you can still get very loud levels, especially when running super efficient speakers, like the Klipsch RF7 and RC64 The towers have efficiency rating of 100 dB and the matching center channel 99 decibels. I can easily get to reference level with only 8 watts of power, and it's super easy for these speakers. Now, if you're wondering, Class AB are the most commonly used amplifier classes on the market. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to make a video outlining all the amplifier classes and the ones that are mostly used so you guys get more information. And if you want to know what speaker efficiency is and how it relates to how much power speakers need, check out my video, How Much Power Do Speakers Need? I'll link that down in the description and with the card up top. Alright, well enough talking, let's go upstairs, see what's in the box. Oh yeah. First, and as usual with Parasound, we get a double box situation, which is always nice. In the box we have instructions, a 3-prong IEC power cable, a trigger cable, and we get the A52 Plus itself. This thing is pretty heavy and I'm glad there are handles on the back of the amp, otherwise I wouldn't know how to get it out of the box. Look at this thing, it's wrapped up in this white cloth. This is super nice. Alright, let's check out the front panel. Now the front panel is super sleek with just a few things to take note of. On the left we have a power button. In the middle we have 5 LEDs that glow blue indicating which channels are being used. And on the far right we have a high temp LED. Alright, that's all for the front panel. Let's turn this around, check out the back. On the back we have 5 inputs, both with balanced XLR and unbalanced RCA connectors. Below the 5 inputs we have the 5 speaker outputs. All the controls for the A52 Plus are on the right side of the back panel. If we check out the top left, we have the input type switch. Next to that we have the turn on options, audio, manual, and trigger. Below that we have the main power switch, fuse holder, and power port. Let me explain the input type switch. This is where you tell the amplifier if you're using an XLR cable or RCA cables. Most preamp processors have balanced XLR outputs, and you'll need to put the switch in the up position to connect your XLR cable to the amplifier, just like this. If you have an AV receiver with RCA pre-outs like I do, you will need to keep this switch in the down position and connect your RCA cables coming from your AVR. There are 3 ways this amplifier can be turned on. Manually, using the power button up front, 12-volt trigger coming from a signal sent by the pre-pro or AVR, and lastly, audio signal. That means the amp will automatically turn on when an audio signal is sent to the amp. If you're planning on using the audio turn-on method, you need to connect your main speakers to channel 1 and channel 2, which are marked as the inputs that activate the audio trigger. I personally will be using the 12-volt trigger from the AVR to turn on the A52 Plus. First, I will need to connect the trigger cable to the trigger output on my Denon AVR X4400H, and then to the trigger input on the A52 Plus, like this. Now for all the turn-on modes, the main power switch on the back panel needs to be in the on position. Alright, now to get this beast connected, I pretty much have to disassemble the rack behind my TV stand to place the A52 Plus where it's going to live for the next few months. Once I had it in place, I noticed it's quite long. Looking at the dimensions on the website, it's 20 inches deep, and compared to the other amps I have and have used, it's about 3 to 3.5 inches deeper, and of course you'll have to add another inch when considering attaching cables. I reassembled the rest of my rack and put back my Halo integrated, and the Technics SL1200GR goes on top. Alright, now let's talk about my first impressions of this amp, and for right now, I think it's fantastic. Now so far I've tried this amp in 5-channel mode, powering the SVS Ultra Bookshelf speaker system. It's a 5.0 system and it's working very well. I've also used this in a 4-channel mode, powering the front stage of that SVS system, along with the Voice of God channel in my 10.1 Oro 3D setup. Now I'm really impressed with the increased detail, clarity, and dynamics when using the A52 Plus, and I really can't wait to try this amp in 2-channel mode with the Klipsch RF7 3s. It's gonna be awesome because it'll be pushing 225 watts per channel, into each speaker. And I also can't wait to power the front stage with the matching RC64 3-center channel. I'm gonna contact Parasound and see if they have numbers for 3-channel power output on this amp. One thing I know for sure, it's going to be loud. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Now, if you guys have any questions for me about the Parasound Halo A52 Plus, let me know down in the comments below, or hit me up on whichever social media you like to use. Again, I'd like to thank Parasound for sending me this amp in for review. Thank you guys so much. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D. I am your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.